Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Nushafiq Abdullah and today I will presenting my research titled The Role of Impulsive Buying in the Relationship Between Buy Now Pay Later Usage and Post-Purchase Regret. This research was prepared under the guidance of my lecturer, Dr. Siti Norbaya. This study is important because many consumers today use Buy Now Pay Later or BNPL to make shopping easier. But while BNPL increases convenience, it also encourages people to buy quickly without thinking. This often leads to impulsive buying and later regret. So, my study focused on understanding how Buy Now Pay Later triggers impulsive buying and how this impulsive buying leads to post-purchase regret. For the problem background, the research shows that Buy Now Pay Later makes online shopping feel easy and less stressful. But it also reduces the psychological pain of paying. Because of this, consumers tend to buy unplanned items. Later, when they remember they still need to pay the installments, they start feeling guilty or regretful. Studies by Amini and Rahmawati 2025, Charles and Emmanuel 2025, and Kumari 2024 all show the same pattern. Marketing stimuli like fear of missing out, discounts, and pay later offers push people to buy impulsively, and this causes regret. However, the gap of the research is this. Very few studies explore how impulsive buying acts as a mediator between Buy Now Pay Later usage and post-purchase regret. This is the gap my study tries to address. The main problem this research focuses on is to analyze the relationship between impulsive buying and post-purchase regret. For the research question, from the problem statement, the main research question is, does impulsive buying mediate the relationship between Buy Now Pay Later usage and post-purchase regret? This means we want to know if Buy Now Pay Later makes people impulsive, and this impulsiveness is the reason they will feel regret later. Research objective is to examine how Buy Now Pay Later usage stimulates impulsive buying and how impulsive buying leads to post-purchase regret. So, the goal is not only to see the relationship, but to understand the role of impulsive buying in between. Next is underpinning theory, SOR theory. This research used the stimulus organism response, SOR theory, by Mehrabian and Russell, 1974. Let me explain it very simply. For the stimulus, external factors that influence consumers. In this study, the stimulus in Buy Now Pay Later features such as hedonic motives, utilitarian motives, live commerce, and fear of missing out. These are all external marketing elements that push consumers to buy. For the organism, the internal psychological state of the consumer. Here, the organism is the impulsive buying behavior. This is the emotional reaction when consumers feel excited and immediately buy the product. For the response, the final behavior or outcome that happens after the internal reaction. In this study, the response is post-purchase regret. So, the SOR flow in my research is Buy Now Pay Later stimuli to impulsive buying and towards post-purchase regret. This theory is suitable because it clearly explains how external marketing strategy influence the internal emotions and will lead to actual consumer behavior. And moving to the next section, definitions of key variables, which is Buy Now Pay Later. It's a payment method where consumers receive the product immediately but only pay later in installments. Next, for the definition of impulsive buying, it's actually unplanned buying behavior that happens suddenly due to emotion or excitement without careful thinking or evaluation. Next is post-purchase regret. It's actually a negative feeling consumers experience after buying something, especially if the purchase was impulsive or financially stressful. For the past study literature, in order to support this study, I review past research. For the research, Amini and Rahmawati, it found that price discounts, fear of missing out, and pay later options significantly increase the impulsive buying and cognitive dissonance after purchase. For the studies of Charles and Emmanuel, they found that Gen Z consumers are highly influenced by fear of missing out and materialism. This leads them to buy impulsively and then feel regret. Under the study of Kumari, they found that social media influence the hedonic motive does increase impulsive buying and also the utilitarian motive. This results in emotional discomfort and financial stress. Next, for the study of Hasibuan, found that in live commerce, impulsive buying strongly predicts higher levels of regret. So all this study consistently show one thing in which that impulsive buying does leads to post-purchase regret. So this supports the importance of impulsive buying as the mediator in my study. My research framework adopts the original SOR model, which is stimulus, to organism and to response. For the stimulus, which is the BNPL usage. For the organism, which is the mediator, impulsive buying, and response, the dependent variable, which is post-purchase regret. So this framework visually shows how the variables connect with impulsive buying, functioning as the psychological link. Next is methodology. So this study uses approach using quantitative and using research method, which is structured questionnaire using 5-point Likert scale. So for our target respondents for research is consumers who use buy now pay later and have an active buy now pay later account. So the quantitative approach is chosen to measure the strength of the relationships between variables and to statistically test whether impulsive buying acts as a mediator. Moving on, significance of the study. This study is important for two main groups, which is marketers, in which to help them understand how their promotional strategies influence impulsive buying and to encourage them to design more ethical marketing strategies to reduce the consumer regret. Next is consumers, to help them become more aware of how buy now pay later influence their buying behavior, and also to encourage them more responsible in financial decision making and to help prevent emotional and financial stress. Overall, this research brings awareness about the psychological effect of buy now pay later. And to conclude this study, buy now pay later offers convenience, but it also becomes a strong stimulus that encourages impulsive buying. When people buy impulsively, they often make decisions without thinking, without evaluation about their needs or financial situation. So after the excitement fades, they start feeling guilty, regretful, or maybe the product does not meet their expectations, which leads to post-purchase regret. So, using the SOR theory, my study shows that impulsive buying is the key factor or mediator that connects buy now pay later usage to post-purchase regret. This understanding is very important because it can help both business and consumers make healthy and more responsible decisions. And that's all for my presentation. Thank you for your time and attention. I appreciate the opportunity to present my research and I hope this presentation has given you a clearer understanding of how buy now pay later usage, impulsive buying, and post-purchase regret are connected. Thank you.